Okay, chapter 14. Sorry, என்ன chapter bro? Chapter 14 தானே? 3 modes. Okay, right. 3 modes and text number. Today, text number
Number 8, Prabhu.
8, 7 done, huh?
7 done.
Okay. तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिस्तन्निबध्नाति भारत तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिस्तन्निबध्नाति भारत तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिस्तन्निबध्नाति भारत. You can try, Prabhu.
Can I try, Prabhu? Tamastva jnanam yam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nidrabis tanibatnadi varada.
Yeah. So, tama, the mode of ignorance. So, tama, darkness. Tama means the mode darkness, ignorance, tamo. Tu, but ajnanajam, produced of ignorance. Ajnanajam, product of ignorance. Vidhi, non, no. Vidhi means to know. No. Mohanam, the delusion. Mohana means illusion. Mohini, right? ஸோ பகவானுடைய ஒரு அவதாரம் இவருக்கு பாருங்களேன், மோகினி மூர்த்தி. ஸோ மோகினி மீன்ஸ் ஆக்சுவலி பியூட்டிஃபுல் illusion. ஸோ மோகனம், delusion. சர்வதேகினாம், ஆஃப் ஆல் embodied beings. Pramada means madness, with madness. Pramada. Alasya, indolence. Nidrabhihi, and sleep. Nidra means sleep. Nidrabhihi means sleep. That Nibadhanati binds Bharata, O son of Bharata. So here translation, O son of Bharata, know that the mode of darkness, mode of ignorance, is the delusion of all embodied living entity. The result of this mode are madness, indolence, and sleep, which bind the conditioned soul. ஸோ தமோ குணத்தை பற்றி இங்கே பகவான் வந்து பேசுகிறாரு. சத்வகுணம், ராஜோகுணத்தை பற்றி பேசிட்டாரு. ஸோ தமோ குணத்தோடைய ப்ராமினன்ட் குவாலிட்டிஸ் பகவான் என்ன சொல்கிறாரு? இட் இஸ் மேட்னஸ், indolence, and sleep. மோகனம் சர்வதேகினாம் பிரமாத ஆலஸ்ய நித்ராபிஹி. இந்த 3 விஷயம். பிரமாத, ஆலஸ்ய, நித்ராபிஹி. Very important point. Pramada. Mada means mad. So in Kali Yuga, everyone is mad. What is the meaning of madness? Krishna இங்க மேட்னஸ் என்ற வார்த்தையை பாய்க்கிறாரு. பிரபுபாட் வந்து டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்றாரு மேட்னஸ். ஸோ வாட் இஸ் த மீனிங் மேட்னஸ்? அதை நம்ம பார்க்கணும் இப்போ. அண்ட் ஆல்சோ ஆலஸ்யா, indolence. And specifically, Krishna is giving a nidra, sleep. So we will look into these 3 things. So we will read the purport first. Okay. Prabhu, can you read the purport, Prabhu? Okay.
Me, Prabhu?
Yeah, padingla, Prabhu.
In this verse, the specific application of the word tu is very significant. This means that the mode of ignorance is a very peculiar qualification of the embodied soul. The mode of ignorance is just the opposite of mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, By development of knowledge, you can understand what is what. That is, but what is what. But in the mode of ignorance is just opposite. Everyone under the spell of mode of ignorance becomes mad, and a man cannot understand what is what. Instead of making advancement, one becomes degraded. The definition of the mode of stated in the Vedic literature. Vastu Vadatamya. Help me there, Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
Vastu
Yathatmya. Yathatmya. Hmm.
Jana Varakam Vishwaraya.
Hmm.
Janakam Tama.
Okay. Hmm.
Under the spell of ignorance, one cannot understand a thing at. For example, everyone can see that his grandfather has died, and therefore he will also die. He is mortal. The children that he conceives also will die. So death is sure. Still, people are madly accumulating money and working very hard all day and night, not caring for the eternal spirit. This is madness. In their madness, they are very reluctant to make advancement in spiritual understanding. Such people are very lazy. When they are invited to associate for spiritual understanding, they are not much interested. They are not even active like the man who is controlled by the mode of passion. Thus, another symptom of one embedded in the mode of ignorance is that he sleeps more than is required. 6 hours of sleep is sufficient, but a man in the mode of ignorance sleeps at least 10 to 12 hours a day. Such a man appears to be always dejected and is addicted to intoxicants and sleeping. These are the symptoms of a person conditioned by the mode of ignorance.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhupada is explaining here. The word tu is very significant, but this means the mode of ignorance is a very peculiar qualification. Hmm? So, what is the meaning? Peculiar qualification. Huh? So, if you see, peculiar means different from what is normal, strange, unusual, right? So, it's a very peculiar qualification of the embodied soul. That means, we are actually not used to this situation, this condition, tamoguna. But somehow, by unfortunate association with the mode of material nature, we are actually being in tamoguna. But tamoguna is not our mood actually, not our constitutional mood. So Prabhupada is describing here very important word, peculiar. So our mood is always Satchid Ananda Vigraha, full of knowledge, right? Full of bliss. But here, in the mood of darkness, we are full of darkness, full of ignorance, right? So the mode of ignorance is just the opposite of the mode of goodness. So in the mode of goodness, by development of knowledge, so when we get jnana, so what is jnana? So jnana means not PhD, not MBBS, but jnana means the discrimination between body and soul. இதுதான் ஞானம். பகவான் வந்து சாப்டர் 2ல பேசுறாருல்ல, தேஹினோஸ்மின் யதா தேஹே கௌமாரம் யௌவனம் ஜரா ததா தேஹந்தார பிராப்திர் தீரஸ்தத்ர நமுய்யதே. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஆத்மா பற்றி பேசுகிறாரு. How the body is keep changing and the soul is actually constant, not changing. So this knowledge, one can understand what is what. But the mode of ignorance is opposite. So in the mode of ignorance, we are not interested in understanding what is, who are we, self-realization. Dhira. We are not interested in becoming Dhira. Dhira means self-realized soul. But we are interested in enjoying sense gratification. Enjoy la. Apalagi. Correct or not? Enjoy la. So we are more concerned about bodily comfort. So bodily comfort, bodily attraction, and bodily relationship. The relationship must be actually bodily, somehow we are connected. When we are speaking about family member, friends, whoever we are connected with, definitely there's a bodily attachment, but it also must connected with their soul. That attachment is good, because when you are understanding and having a relationship for the betterment of their soul, their self, for the soul, then it is Krishna consciousness. That association is meaningful. But whenever you are having a relationship, a mundane relationship, just for the sake of this is my wife, this is my this one, this is my son, but you are not uplifting. You are not uplifting them, because by default, when we are speaking about them means we are referring to the individual soul. But you are not interested in uplifting the individual soul, but you are interested in uplifting the bodily pleasure. Oh, my, she likes like this. So my son, he likes this. He likes what? My son, he likes fish curry. He likes chicken. So even though I am a devotee, but my son, he is not a devotee. So I will please him by buying him all this meat, egg, or whatever he wants, because I love my son so much. So this is in the mode of ignorance. Is that clear? This is one of the example Prabhupada is giving. So this is not actually devotee, because devotee means he's a well-wisher of everyone. So well-wisher and love means you must uplift the individual soul. That is real love, isn't it? If you are telling I love my family, I love my son, I love my wife, but you are not bothered about the spiritual upliftment of them. You are only bothered about what they like bodily, what they like sense gratification, isn't it? So my son, he likes to watch cinema, so I don't want to hurt him, so I bring him to watch this latest Tamil movie. But you are calling yourself a devotee, isn't it? You are calling yourself a devotee, but you are not on the platform of really doing good for the particular individual. You are just pleasing their senses. This is illusion, this is ignorance, this is tamoguna. So you know that this is not right, but you are not teaching it, you are not establishing it, you are not following it. So you only follow when certain condition, otherwise you don't follow. Behind the wall, you are not following. So this is the problem. So everyone is under the spell of mode of ignorance, become mad. And a madman cannot understand what is, they cannot understand. When we tell this is, please come for our Bhagavad Gita discussion, please come for temple. So they are not interested. I am very busy. So this is a madman disease. Prabhupada says this is a madman disease. We are very much interested in finding money, money, money. So accumulating money and working hard day and night, not caring for the eternal spirit, soul. So, Hare Krishna, can you come to temple? I am busy. I got a extra work. I am overtime. I am doing my work, 24-hour work. Right? So 24-hour work, priorities. That means you are not bothered about spiritual upliftment. Can you come temple today? Assignment. Can you come temple today? Work. Can you come temple today? I need to go family function. Can you come temple today? I need to go there. So you always need to go there and go here, because you don't know what is the priority. This is ignorance. This is madman disease. Right? So instead of making advancement, one become degraded. Right? So the definition of the mode of ignorance is stated in the Vedic literature. Vastu yathatmya jnanavarakam. Vastu yathatmya jnanavarakam. Viparyaya jnana janakam tamaha. Right? So under the spell of ignorance, one cannot understand as a thing as it is. It's an illusion. What is right, you are thinking as wrong. What is wrong, you are thinking as right. And when a realized person, when a proper learned person advise you accordingly, so this is what you are supposed to do according to Shastra. This is what you are supposed to do, but you are not interested in listening, following, taking the advice. So you can't do much. People are not willing to listen, follow. They think that they know everything. Right? They think that they know everything. So I am 60 years old in ISKCON. I am 70 years old in ISKCON. So I know everything. I know Bhagavad Gita. My grandmother used to teach me Bhagavad Gita since I am small. Mahabharata I know. Ramayana I know. Everything you know. This is the problem. You think you know everything. So you think you know everything. I know Bhagavad Gita is nothing new for me. I know Mahabharata is not new for me. Everything I know. But what do you know? You don't know nothing. So you can't teach a old dog new trick. It's a saying. What is the saying? You can't teach a old dog new trick. So this is the problem. So for example, everyone can see that a grandfather have died. He will also die. Man is mortal. Children also will die. So death is sure. Right? But people are not bothered. They think that I will be living forever. So this is the problem. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, in a conversation, Mahabharata, he is speaking with Yamaraj. Yudhishthira Maharaj, Dharmaraj is speaking with Yamaraj. He is also Dharmaraj. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is, is explaining, giving a statement that one of the most interesting, amazing things in this world is that people are dying, and people know they will die, and people are looking at that, but they don't realize they will die. So this is madness. Right? So they are very reluctant to make a spiritual understanding. They won't come, they won't attend. They're not interested to progress. They think that they know. They know association, no devotee association, no coming to temple. Whatever it is, you must come to temple. This is very important because when you come to temple, Krishna is there, devotees are there, associations are there. So even if you have some misunderstanding, even if you don't, not everyone is following the proper standard, but you should come to temple. In this way, there is definitely in the temple, there will be someone you can associate with and get the knowledge and improve yourself. So Bhakti Yoga is actually association, very important. Otherwise, you cannot progress. You cannot practice Bhakti within the four walls. You cannot practice Krishna consciousness within the four walls. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Sevaya must be there. Sevaya means two people must be involved. Inquiry means two people must be involved. You cannot inquire and find the answer yourself. So that is why Guru is very important. That is why Guru Parampara, that is why devotees, Diksha Guru, Siksha Guru is very important. Otherwise, we are not progressing. Otherwise, you cannot progress. You will never progress. They must be always check and balance. There is always someone you should, take advice from. So this is the thing. So people are very lazy. When they are invited for associate for spiritual understanding, they are not interested. சொன்ன மாதிரி. They are not even active like the man who is controlled by the mode of passion. You see, the problem it is tamoguna, they are quite serious. They are quite serious is that they are very lazy. They are not even working to maintain their body sometimes. So Prabhupada is telling that another dominant symptom is that indolence and nidra, right? So sleeps more than required. So Prabhupada is telling you 6 hours of sleep is sufficient. But a man in the mode of ignorance sleeps 10 or 12 hours a day. Such a man appears to be always dejected and addicted to intoxicants and sleeping. So coffee, caffeine. So what you can do? Intoxicate to alcohol and caffeine. Coffee, tea. Right? Because he doesn't want to sleep in the night. But what happened? The morning he doesn't want to wake up. Because why? Prabhupada is telling it is intoxication. This is the material world. The first thing in the morning, coffee, tea. So this is material, this is tamoguna. So these are the symptoms of person conditioned by the mode of ignorance. They are very passionate. They are indulgent in sleeping, eating, mating, defending. They are not bothered about self-realization. They are not bothered about spiritual inquiry. So they think that I have become a doctor, I have a PhD, I have a university, I am very knowledgeable, I know things, I know everything. I don't believe in all this nonsense. There is no hell and heaven, there is no God. All these are just belief. So such people are tamoguna. So they don't know what is what. Right? So this is our situation. So we are thinking that we are smarter than Krishna. But Krishna is Sarvajna. He knows everything. So he is the smartest of smartest. He is the greatest of greatest. Right? So this is, we must understand this. So when we are trying to cheat Krishna, Krishna is a great cheater. Great, he is a Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara, he is a great magician, great mystic. So he will know what to do. Right? So this is Tamoguna. Is that clear? So I think it's a very important Tamoguna. Okay. We will go to next shloka. Sattvam suke sanjayati rajakarmane bharata jnanam avartyatu tama pramade sanjayate uta. Sattvam, mode of goodness, sukhe, in happiness, sanjayate, binds, raja, the mode of patience, karmani, fruitive activity, bharada, asanna bharada, jnanam, knowledge, avartya, covering, tu, but, tama, the mode of ignorance, pramade, madness, sanjayate, binds, uta, it is said. Translation. O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Patient conditions one to fruification. And ignorance coverings one knowledge, binds one to madness. Okay? So now Krishna is summarizing what is the result of goodness, what is the result of patience, what is the result of ignorance. Okay, we will see the purport. Please read the purport, Prabhu.
A person in the mode of goodness is satisfied by his work or intellectual pursuit. A person in the mode of goodness is satisfied by his work or intellectual pursuit, just as a philosopher, scientist, or educator may be engaged in a particular field of knowledge and may be satisfied in that way. A man in the mode of passion may be engaged in fruitive activity. He owns as much as he can and spends for good causes. Sometimes he tries to open hospitals, give to charity institutions, etc. These are signs these are the signs of one in the mode of passion. And the mode of ignorance converts knowledge The mode of ignorance covers knowledge. In the mode of ignorance, whatever one does is good, neither for him nor anyone.
Yes, yes, very nice. So, Krishna is telling Sattva Guna gives happiness, Rajoguna gives fruitive actions, and Tamoguna gives actually covers one's knowledge and binds one to madness. You see, the madness, the pramade, the word is again used for the ignorance. So, what is the definition of madness? Madness again? Madness means you don't know what is right, you don't know what is wrong according to Shastra. This is madness. You think this is right according to your limited understanding, experience, and age. You think this is right. Right? According to your limited knowledge and university education, you think this is right. So, this is madness. So, whenever you don't refer to scriptural injunction, whenever you don't have a conviction, a faith, which comes with proper logical understanding and proper understanding of Shastra, this is actually madness. Right? So I was seeing an article on Facebook by a very famous person in Malaysia. He have opened many yoga centers. Right? He have opened many yoga centers all over Malaysia. He is actually teaching yoga, Ashtanga yoga. So they call him master. Master. So he is a master. I'm not sure master of what. So when a question was asked to him, so what is this astrology? How do you understand astrology? Someone asked him. Some of his students asked him. So this so-called master, basically he replied, he shared that in a Facebook in a written format. He replied that astrology is bogus. Astrology is useless and cheating. So there's no such thing as planets and no such thing as planet controlling us. We are the controller. We are the ultimate controller. We should control ourselves. And simply by working hard and controlling ourselves, we can achieve success. This is the answer he gave. So this is Tamoguna. Why I say Tamoguna? Because first of all, he doesn't understand Shastra. He simply rejects things. He thinks this is right, this is wrong according to his own limited understanding. He doesn't even know that actually Jyotisha Shastra is actually part of the Vedanga. Right? And a Vedanga means a part of the Vedas. Veda Anga, limbs of the Vedas. And Jyotisha Shastra is actually a guidance, is a light to guide our life. So you should take guidance of Jyotisha Shastra whenever it is necessary. So it is not some pseudoscience, or it is not some myth, or it is not some bogus speculative understanding. We have a scientific evidence, we have a shastrical evidence, isn't it? So just because you don't find a proper astrologer, just because you don't know the understanding of astrology, that doesn't mean you should actually reject astrology. So astrology is a part of Vedanga. Whatever is favorable to Krishna consciousness, you should accept. Whatever is favorable, they can guide you spiritually, can guide you and to overcome your obstacles in your life. You should take it. So this is actually very important. You doesn't even know that your Ashtanga yoga you are practicing comes from Patanjali Sutra, and it is also part of the Vedas. Right? So first of all, you don't even have an understanding of the Vedas. You only cherry pick certain things, and whatever you feel good, you take. Whatever you feel don't know, you reject it and take, claiming that it is not right. So this is madness. Madness. When you don't accept Shastra. So when you want to get married, you should say astrology. There is a proper protocols. First, both the astrology of the man and the male and female must be exchanged by the parents. Right? It is not that you don't see astrology, but you see both of them first. You go and have WhatsApp and conversation and have association first, and then you don't want. So this is madness. This is actually demonic. So they don't even know the basic understanding of Shastra, how to check astrology, what is the use of astrology. So this is rascaldom. Right? So they think they know everything. I'm a devotee 40 years, 50 years. So I know everything. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I know everything. So this is the madness. This is madness. Prabhupada says, you don't follow Shastra, it's speculations. You think that you can come up with a better solution for things. Same. Jyotisha Shastra, Ayurveda Shastra, all these are Veda Angas. So when you don't take the guidance of all these Jyotisha Shastra or Ayurveda Shastra, you will become doomed. Avladam. Just because you don't know, you think these are bogus. So you will become gone because you don't take the guidance of Shastra. That is why when chanting the holy names, Shastra Ninda, offense to the Shastra is actually offense. You cannot, the holy name is, you cannot chant if you are not accepting the Shastra 100%. It is offense. Right? So you think that all these things are nothing, you think that all these things are useless, then you're gone. So this is madness, remember this definition. Madness means not following Shastra, madness. You're running after money, hardworking, money, studies, work, overtime. I know, I enjoy my life. I don't know how to do this. I know everything. I don't want to follow the prescriptional method given by Shastra. Because you think that Shastra is something irrelevant. But Krishna says, my knowledge is eternal. So if you're not taking the guidance, you will be doomed. Right? So this is the understanding. So the mode of goodness leads one to happiness, patience, so fruitive activity, and ignorance to covering the knowledge and binds one to madness. Okay, so see, Prabhupada is giving very nice examples. So goodness, people who are in the goodness, they are very satisfied by the work or intellectual pursuit. So people who are actually highly educated, even materially educated, they have some level of goodness. They want knowledge. But the problem is they are finding knowledge in a wrong place. They don't get the proper knowledge. Like scientists, they want to prove, what is the afterlife, is there God, but they are getting the knowledge in a wrong process. So they'll be bewildered. But Prabhupada said, when we can engage all these scientists, all these philosophers in Krishna consciousness, then that is very nice, very great. Because they will become a very good devotee. Right? A man in the mode of patience, they are always thinking of satisfying their senses. And one of the example Prabhupada says, they always try to do some so-called good causes. Opening hospitals, giving charity. So they think that by feeding the people, everything is solved. So Prabhupada called this extended sense gratification in Srimad Bhagavatam's introduction. What is extended self gratification? Extended sense gratification means you are trying to feed the other body, you are trying to satisfy the other body, and you think that is the ultimate charity. But your ignorance that it doesn't know why they are suffering actually. They are suffering of no food and poverty because they have taken the body. Janma mrityu jara vyadi. So when you come to Krishna consciousness, then the greatest charity is what? Giving Krishna consciousness, giving Srila Prabhupada books, giving prasadam. This is the actual charity. Otherwise, you are simply doing patchwork. And it is also sense gratification. By simply donating to someone, by simply giving some mundane charity on the bodily platform, Prabhupada says it comes under mode of patience, not even goodness. And it is actually extended sense gratification, because you are deriving some pleasure from feeding the poor people. You are deriving some pleasure from helping the people. So therefore, it is actually in the mode of patience. So that is why you see we have so many hospitals, charity institutions, NGOs. Rajoguna. This is all Rajoguna. Right? And finally the mode of ignorance comes. In the mode of ignorance, they doesn't even know what is good for him and for others. Meat eating, intoxication. Yesterday I went to an event. What's happening? All our boys in the auspicious event of marriage, pre-marriage event, they are all drinking, smoking, talking nonsense. So a mode of ignorance. So when we go and associate there, we also become ignorance. Or unless you go there for preaching or distributing prasadam, is different thing. Otherwise, you are teaching your kids, look, this is how you should celebrate event, auspicious event, by engaging in drinking alcohol, by engaging in dancing for cinema song, contamination, contaminating. So that is why devotees, they should discriminate what to do, what not to do, what to attend, what not to attend. And even if you attend, you should actually bring in Krishna consciousness. So this is intelligence. Otherwise, if you simply want to please your so-called friends, relatives, sons, children, friends, family, and the society, it is extended sense gratification. You will be doomed. Ignorance. So this is the purport by Srila Prabhupada here. Right? So in the mode of ignorance, he doesn't know what is good neither for him nor for anyone. Right? So this is very practical. So we will stop here. Right? So very important subject matters. Okay. So any questions, Prabhus, Matajis, anyone?
Babu, like in the Bhagavad Gita, they say
Hmm.
this kind of extended sense gratification,
Hmm.
it is pious now.
Extended sense gratification comes under three modes of material nature, Rajoguna, and it is come under Rajoguna. So
But
Rajoguna,
it also says pious. So in the long run, this piety will change into bhakti, Prabhu.
in the long run, all the people who are constructing hospitals are still also indulging in constructing hospitals. They never become Krishna consciousness. You
Yeah.
give one example where all this Vivekananda institution, Sai Baba institution, all these Mayavadis institution, Ramakrishna missions, they are continue doing this, creating so-called hospitals and ashramam. Right? So the problem is, how you want to become Krishna consciousness if you don't want to take up the understanding, you don't want to associate, you don't want to listen, you don't want to take up the knowledge. You'll keep doing that. So therefore, of course, they are more favorable because they are on a certain level. If they are associating with the devotees, they will rise up.
Yeah.
So that is why Krishna says, so by proper association, they will rise up.
Yeah.
But even by proper association, if they don't want to take up the association, we cannot force anyone.
Yeah.
So this is our situation.
Yeah.
Of course, it is. It's not demonic to per se 100%, but still it comes under bodily attachment, extended self-identification, Rajoguna.
Yeah.
Useless.
Yeah.
So that is why devotees, we are not interested in simply doing some mundane charity work.
Yeah.
We are simply interested in distributing books. We are interested in actually, helping out the soul.
Yeah.
And definitely, when we help out the soul, the body is also satisfied. When you give prasadam, the body is also nourished.
Yeah.
When you give knowledge, everything is also nourished. So
Yeah.
this is our philosophy,
Yeah.
very perfect philosophy,
Yeah.
right, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Perfect, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So of course, they are doing that in their level. So what we can do, we should, because these people think that they are the, they are that's the ultimate helping humanity.
Yeah.
They use this word humanity.
Yeah.
We are working for humanity. There is no God,
Yeah.
and helping the humanity and pure is God.
Yeah.
So yato, what is that? Madhavan Sevai. They call it, serving the people. Manavan Sevai is Madhavan Sevai.
Yeah.
There's a word in India they use. Madhavan Seva is actually the service of people, is service of God. They use
Yeah.
Madhavan. They use the word Madhava, Krishna.
Yeah.
So this is nonsense. You cannot serve Krishna by serving the poor.
Yeah.
You should serve Krishna by serving the devotees.
Yeah.
Madhavan Seva is Vaishnava Seva.
Yeah.
And Vaishnava Seva is actually giving them the knowledge, prasadam, and all these things.
Yeah.
So this is the situation. 99% of our Indian society, 99% of our everywhere society is Mayavadis and engaged in all this so-called humanity. Of course, it is better than the
Yeah.
demons. It is better than meat eating. It is better than the slaughterhouse. But it is also not the great. So they are in the borderline middle.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, yes. Even you go to the Mahakumbha Mela, which happened recently. Right? Mahakumbha Mela, you see, 80% is Mayavadis. Right? ISKCON is there. Otherwise, we are all 100% nonsense.
Yeah.
Mayavadis. So, of course, they are doing some, but ultimately, all Mayavadis, all are offenders. They think that God has no form.
Yeah.
So, what is worse? They are as good as atheist. What is the use of bathing in the river and doing all sort of rituals, but yet you're understanding that you think God has no form?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So, that is very offensive. Okay, Prabhu?
Thank
That
you,
is why
bro.
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Prabhupada against this. We must always keep on this principle.
Yeah.
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi or Desha Tarini. We are against all these things. We should actually speak and establish God as a supreme personality of. So this is the understanding. Our mood is this, Vaishnava's mood.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So we will stop here. We will continue again next week. So वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.